baby, I think I better put you in your place. That kind of action, I believe that kind of action. That kind of heart, I can use that kind of heart. That kind of loving, I can do without. So go and play your game with someone new. Hey, you, get off my mountain. Hey, you, get off my cloud. Hey, you, get off my mountain. Trying to, you're just trying to. You're just trying to.
Hey, gotta turn this up, y'all. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Who's in the house tonight? Hey.
So go and play your game with someone new. Hey, you, get off my mountain. Hey, you, get off my cloud.
Stay off my cloud. Hey.
Get off my
I know you gotta listen to this again, right?
You're just trying to.
Come on now. Come on. Hey. Thank y'all. I'm coming to another Friday weekend, y'all.
Hey, you,
I'm her.
get off my
I'm her.
mountain. Hey, you,
I love that.
get off my cloud. Hey, you, get off my mountain. You're just trying to. Bring me down. And you laughing in my face. Let it hit you like a cloud. Baby, I think I better put you in your place. Oh, that kind of passion, I don't need that kind of passion. That kind of heart, I can't do it. That kind of loving, I can do it. So go and play your game with someone new. Hey, hey, you. Get off my mountain. Hey, you. Get off my cloud. Hey, you. Hey, you.
All right.
You're just trying to.
Next Friday, right? Yeah. I know y'all can do it. Okay. Yeah. I love all you guys. I really, really.
That kind of action I don't need. And that kind of heart I can't use. That kind of loving I can do without.
Hey, everybody, everybody. Thank you for coming to another freaknik Friday, y'all. Thank you. Y'all already know before I get started, I'm thinking my vibes are kings, my vibes are queens, my vibes are honeys, and my vibes are princess. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Let me turn this mic off, y'all. So hopefully y'all can hear me. I'm hoping that y'all can hear me. um, but that's just like a little reinforcement and stuff like that. But I am so happy to be here to hang out with y'all. I really hope that I really hope that y'all been kind of tuning in to my music and stuff like that. And y'all already know my main page. I don't know what is going on with my main page, but it is what it is. We just have to keep on going. I've always told you guys that you got to keep on going with your channel. You know what I mean? So let's see who's in the house tonight. Let's see who's her. Hold on, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. We got Patrick Dragon. Oh, Dragon. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Patrick. Thank you. Okay. I see you still hanging in there. I see you still hanging in there. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I thank you. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. Hi. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? I got my mic on. You know what I mean? Um, but I just wanted to kind of. I'm hoping that I'm not echoing. Patrick, am I echoing? Let me know if I'm echoing. If I'm echoing, I'll just take the mic out and I won't use it tonight. But I plan on doing some singing for y'all tonight. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. He said no. It's because you up there with the new Bible music. Thank you so much. But I'm looking for somebody to come up and sing too. You know what I mean? Because this is more like the music channel. You know what I mean? So we just gonna kind of keep it like music because YouTube done took me out of my main channel. I don't know why. I don't. You know what I mean? Um, but anyways, if anybody out there that that want to sing and stuff like that, please, you know what I mean. I'm gonna drop the link, or I'm gonna try to drop the link anyway. And if y'all can come up and hang out with your girl, hang out with your girl. Yeah. So, oh, thank you so much. That sounded amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I got my shorts on tonight, because it's hot. It's the summertime, you know what I mean? So, yeah. But, and I mean, is the mic going in and out, Patrick? Let me know, because I can take it down. I can take it down if it is. um, or, or should I just keep it the way it is, Just let me know. But anyways, I just want to thank you guys, for just hanging in there with me and tuning into my shorts and stuff like that. Because y'all already know, I put different things up, and I do a lot of different things with my channel and stuff because I think that variety and just having a change of things and stuff like that, that gets people coming to your channel. You know what I mean? And I know I got new subscribers. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I noticed that my numbers did go up and everything. And I know I talked about this before. I do plan on doing a podcast, but I just have to get a panel together. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be up here trying to talk by myself and not have nobody up here. So I'm hoping sooner or later I'll be able to put a panel together and we can kind of like, you know, get into some discussions and stuff. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of things out there, in the world that we can discuss. You know what I mean? And I'm also gonna have a number that you can call in, for those that want to just kind of stay behind the scenes or whatever. And yeah. Oh, okay. Tone down the echo. Okay. So, all right. So maybe I need to take that out. So, okay, I'll tone down the echo. You said tone down the echo. Okay, let me turn this off. I'll turn this off. How about that? Okay. So I toned down the echo. So anyway, can you hear me now? Hmm? You know me. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, you know what I mean, da da da. But yeah, so I'm hoping, but you can still hear me though, right? Can you still hear me? Huh? Just tell me if you can still hear me. I mean, you know me. I was like, okay, I'm a do something different because you know me. I'm always doing something crazy and weird with my channel and stuff. But yeah. But let me drop the link. Let me drop the link so anybody want to come up and hang out with your girl, they can. Cause I didn't drop the link before because it was kind of crazy. I did it wrong, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna kind of like take my time and do it, and then that way, I won't make no mistakes because you start getting in the juice and stuff, you start making mistakes. So okay, I'm gonna drop the link, and that way, if anybody want to come up, especially singers, I'm looking for singers. I'm looking for someone that want to promote their channel, especially if you're a rapper, a freaking R&B or whatever. It's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. Just come up, just say, hey, Miss Brown, this is my to you don't even have to have a singing channel. You can just promote you just promote your channel. You know what I mean? Hey Dragon, how you you gonna come up and say hi? Yeah, Dragon's been he's been missing in action, y'all, but he's back kind of floating around or whatever. I don't know, but maybe he'll come up or somebody will come up to say hi because y'all already know your girl is in here for like 1 hour, and then she up out of her. She up out of her. You know what I mean? uh, Oh, thank you, Dragon. Thank you. Thank you for keeping in contact with me and all of that. And I know I get kind of busy. You already know what I do. In the studio half of the time and stuff. It seems like I spend most of my time in the studio. If I'm not in my own studio, then I'm in someone else's studio doing this or doing that or whatever, you know what I mean? So your girl is busy, and just one day your girl is gonna get that call. Your girl is gonna get that call. Either somebody gonna want me, to write a song for him, write a rap song, whatever. I don't care, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm just kind of like into music right now, all that crazy stuff that be going on down these YouTube streets, and they doing them, I mean, that I don't think that's ever going to change because if y'all go back if y'all go back and look at a lot of my stuff, I say the same thing all the time, and it is true. I mean, there's really I don't even know, to be honest with you, I don't even know if if they call this the Mo 3 sector and stuff like that, because I do remember a couple of months ago somebody was like, they were like, oh my god, the Mo 3 sector is garbage now. I mean, it's not even a Mo 3 sector anymore. It's, I don't know, but I've always said that. I've always said that, if you're not running a good sector and shit, and you let other people in that's not even from there and not even started the sector, then it is what it is. You're gonna get all types of stuff up in there, you know what I mean? um yeah, that's good, that's good, Dragon. I'm glad you want to come up. I did drop the link. So, if you want to come in and say, you can say hi to me. God damn it, Dragon. Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. You can say hi to Miss Brown. You know what I mean? You already know I'm only in here for a teaspoon. I'm in here for 1 hour and I'm out of here. You said, hey, I listen to your new music now. 10 times better. What? Oh, it ain't 10 times better than Gangster Queen or one of my favorites. Oh yeah, yeah, Gangster Queen. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, Gangster Queen is yeah, that everybody loved Gangster Queen. Everybody loved Gangster Queen. But thank you so much, Dragon. I appreciate it and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But you already know, with my shorts or my whole overall YouTube channel, I have over 800 songs or videos or whatever. So I have a library. I have a library of stuff. So anybody that just want to just kind of be like, let me check out Miss Brown's stuff and see what it's all about, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a little bit of rapping, you're gonna get a little bit of gospel, you're gonna get a little bit of everything, you know what I mean? so so yeah, so you already know, Dragon. um I will be I will be playing, some music, cuz this is more like, what YouTube kind of put me into. Most of my my shorts and all of that stuff um is getting more views than my main channel. This is my main channel. This is my main channel. At one time it was growing, but now it just seems like y'all know. Y'all can go back and look at my videos. My videos, I'll be lucky if I get like 10 views. I'll be lucky if I get 14 views. Don't ask me what's going on, but I guess this is just the YouTube thing. So I just get in where I fit in. I come in, I hang out with y'all because I do love you guys and stuff. And basically, a lot of times, y'all know what I'm doing because I've seen more of my music than anything. You know, um, yeah. Oh, mm, mm, mm. Okay, Dragon. Okay, but I'm gonna see if I can drop this link again. And I'm gonna keep on dropping it, and then maybe you can come in and say, "Hey, Miss Brown, how you doing, girl? How you doing, girl?" So anyway, I did drop it, Dragon. That's the link right there. And if anybody want to come in, just hold. Listen, if anybody want to come in and say hi, just click onto that link under Miss Brown, and that'll pull you into my stage. I'll have you in the back, and then when you're ready to go, you go live. You go live on my panel. That's it. That's how it goes. um, mm. But Dragon, I'd like to know what you've been up to, and have you been down into some of these YouTube streets and stuff? Because I noticed that you've been kind of like, hanging out. I don't know if it's over here. You might be. down on other people's panels too or whatever. But anyway, just let me know what's going on. What's going on with ya? What's going on? And and I'm hoping that you'll be able to, join my podcast. Um, what did you say? Oh, you said, okay. Wait a minute. You said, hey, I told you what? Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. Wait a minute. Hey, I don't want you to get you. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you already know, Dragon. My channel here is more like, oh, maybe that's probably why. Maybe that's probably why my main channel is kind of like falling, because I do play a lot of copyrighted music on there. You know what I mean? I do. I play a lot of copyrighted music. Hold on, Patrick. Hold on. Let me add you to the stage. Hey, how are you?
What's up? What's up? How are you?
I'm good. What you gonna sing for us tonight? Cause you came up on
Ooh,
here. I hope you got your pipes ready.
no, I'm not singing. I was just coming up here to say hi, and I've been looking at your channel, and I've been
Mm-hmm.
seeing a lot of different stuff, and I'm proud of you because I mean I have watched you go from the bottom, reached up top, and
Yeah, I'm still
you
at
know
the bottom, but yeah.
that's all right. That's all right.
Yeah,
But
I hear you.
I seen
I
you
know I
grew
gotta keep
with your
on going.
channel,
Right,
and
right.
it just
Yeah.
been a lot of craziness going on and everything like that. That things happen for a reason. Sometimes it's good for a different transition.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I'm still proud of you because even though you things had happened,
Right,
you never
right.
gave up. So you definitely is legit to your channel, and you always make sure that you do what you got to do, you
Yeah.
know no matter what, because I
Right,
mean
right.
people going to talk one way or the other, but at the end of the day you still shine and you way better than them, even though they made it to the top or they probably didn't, but you still here and you still representing your channel, and I have a lot of respect for that. So that's why I still you know do what I gotta
Yeah.
do to make sure that I stay connected to your channel, regardless if I'm there or not, or if I'm looking at one of your videos or a couple of your videos, liking, commenting, and stuff like that. I'm always going to be like your number one person that
Thank
be
you
on your
so
channel to
much.
make
Thank
sure that
you.
you're okay. So
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
yeah, so I will always be that person. So
Thank
you
you.
know,
Thank you.
I
Thank
remember a
you.
while back.
I tell you, it's hard. It's really hard trying to, stay afloat, when you're dealing with when you're dealing with YouTube and stuff like that, because YouTube, they'll take you out of one part and put you in another, or they'll put you somewhere, so you just kind of have to go with the flow and stuff. So when I came on here and I started doing shorts and stuff, I seen that my audience was more towards the shorts, the music and stuff. So that's why I started putting up music after music after music. And then my main page, it kind of fell short. And then the only reason why it fell short is, I know the reason why, because I wasn't going on as much as I was. Because you remember, I was going on, oh my God, I was doing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I mean, I was in the thick of things, you know what I mean? So YouTube probably
Yeah.
kept me in that algorithm. But now that they see that, I was doing more music, they kind of took me out of that and stuff and put me into the music category, where it's like, people that want to sing. And that's why I tell people, listen, if you want to sing, come up and sing. if you want to promote your channel and let me know what your channel's is all about and stuff, let me know about that, because I'm happy that when I did go back and I looked at my page, my overall main page, I see that I picked up 9 new prescribers. So that was good. I like that, because even though my numbers have kind of been teetering, here or there, you've seen it. I just have to keep on going with my channel. You know what I mean? And even
Yeah.
though I can't tell you when the last time I got paid from YouTube. But when you're only doing one show and then you're putting up shorts and stuff, see, I'm thinking that my shorts should be I should be getting money just from my shorts alone. I don't know how YouTube do the shorts, but I just do what I do, you know what I mean? And I just keep going, and I tell my subscribers, I tell my new subscribers, listen, if you got a channel on your YouTube and stuff like that, even though you might think that it's not going to grow, it will. If you got one person or 2 people just viewing and stuff like that, eventually those views are going to go up. Might not go up that day, might not go up that next day. But if you keep on being persistent and you keep on doing you, eventually it will grow. You know what I mean? It will grow. And that's how I feel, because as well as I do. I've been a YouTuber for a long time, and you've seen right, and you've seen the good side. Well, what I'm saying is not the good side, but you've seen how these YouTube streets can, you get with a crowd, you get with the wrong crowd, yeah, you'll grow, your revenue will grow, and you'll get mad, cash app, super chats, and all of that stuff. But eventually the party's gonna end. Eventually the party's gonna end, and who you thought that was gonna be hanging out with you still and was going to be rooting for you and stuff like that, they're no longer here. They're no longer around.
Yeah, that's true. But
not all of them. Not all of them, but some of them. Some of them will come back. Some.
Okay, if you remember a while back, this was like, I believe, like 2 years ago, and it was around a little bit before Valentine's Day. I think Valentine's Day and everything like that. We was on here and we was talking about, how the channel used to be. And there was a lot of people that was still stuck in the channel.
Right.
That was like,
keep talking. Hey, Patrick, keep talking.
Kind of iffy.
Keep talking. Patrick, hold on. Keep talking. I'm gonna let you have the floor. So keep on talking. I just gotta run, do something real quick. But keep talking. I hear you.
Oh, so I remember when you was chatting and you was talking about, the people that are there and the people that weren't there. And there's a lot of people that stuck with you for a little bit. They was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be there for you. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. We used to battle out with bills here and there like that, like sending money back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Having a good time. And it's like, those people that was talking that they was going to stick with you and they was going to do this and they was going to do that for you. I don't see any of those people on your channel like that. But the thing is, though, I always told them that I will always be on your channel regardless if you making it or you not, because like you faithfully dealing with your channel like 100% into your channel one way or the other. It doesn't matter if you get paid or you don't get paid like that. It's people that are getting paid just for just nonsense, just the drama, just talking about people.
Right. Yep. You're right.
Doing all this craziness. And I was like, at least your channel wasn't like that. I mean, you was getting down and dirty like that with them because they was talking about you. And you was like, breaking it down and from the T, like you did your work. Like you dissect everything from different
But I
people,
had,
and
you
you
know
like
what? I
you broke
had
it
to,
down to them,
right. See, the thing is because,
and they didn't like that.
right. See, the way that I was, see, we already know sex sells just like messiness. Messiness is always going to sell. That's just what it is. But
Yeah,
what
but it
I
also
just
get
didn't,
it also get dangerous because at the end of the day, it was getting real serious. People started meeting up with people. People started doing craziness. People started sleeping
right, people
around
was
with people,
fighting, people was
husbands and
pulling up,
wives,
right, people was
and
pulling
pulling
up to
up
other
and doing all
people's
that crazy stuff. I'm
houses.
like, wow, this supposed to be, first of
Right,
all,
right, right,
YouTube
right, right,
supposed to be something that you can vibe from and actually have fun, not a situation where where you providing that 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 it's not like you providing that foundation to destroy like
right.
other people's lives and everything like that. It was all like, I remember back in the days you used to have this little thing that you could call on the phone and you could talk to different people around the world. You could meet up with them or you might not meet up with them. You know,
Right.
they I mean, you used to be able to do stuff like that, but now it's like to this society that we live in, it's like it went to extreme and now it's chaos. Like you can't really be friends, you can't really meet up with people and
Right.
everything
You're
like that,
absolutely
because
right.
other than that, people been posting people addresses and phone numbers and all that stuff like that. Like
I would
why
not,
go
you know
that
what?
far?
And I really still feel to this day is that uh um YouTube YouTube should never post anybody's personal information or and even allow it. Because see, here's the thing. It's not up to the person. See, the person can go and say, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put this online, but it's up to YouTube to take it and upload it and allow it. See, once YouTube allow that person's personal information to be leaked, once YouTube allow that person's jail records and all of that stuff to be leaked and stuff like that. See, to me, it's nothing but it's entertainment. It's what's going to
Right.
draw the crowd. It's what's going to,
More
it's almost like
attention. But the thing is though,
if
it's
you build it,
dangerous
they will
too.
come. So if it's
Yeah.
nasty and it's messy and that's what it is. That's what
Yeah.
this whole social media entertainer, and I don't care if it's TikTok, Facebook, or something like that. If you got a
Yeah.
juicy story, or if you got something that someone is interested in, you're gonna, yeah, you're gonna draw a crowd. That's just how this social media thing work. If you're boring and this and that, ain't nobody gonna look at boring, and they're not gonna look
Hmm.
at boring. But if you got something, that somebody wants, you're gonna eventually you're gonna draw a crowd. You know what I mean? Because you already know,
Hmm.
back a couple of years ago or whatever and stuff like that. When I went live, before I even went live, I used to look to see how many people I had. I had like 13, 14, 15 people already like ready to come in. I'm like, oh my God. My panel, I had to be like, nope. I
Hmm.
gotta kind of like try to get people off. When they did come in, I said, damn, I can only allow so many people because of StreamYard and stuff, but nobody wanted to get up. Only thing they wanted to do was argue and this and that and stuff like that. But
Hmm.
I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, okay, yeah, they were, they doing all this cussing, heavy cussing, not just light cussing. They was doing heavy cussing. But it should
Right.
have been up to me. It should have been up to me to be like, nope, we're not going to have that. I should have been able to run my house the way it should have been ran. But I'm thinking that because I had those crazy ass mods up in here, those mods, they don't do nothing. They didn't do the
Hmm.
job that they were supposed to do, because 9 times out of 10 they was arguing and beefing with other people anyway. So when they did come to Miss Brown's channel, that was their opportunity to be like, I don't like this bitch. Shit, I'm getting her up out of here. And next thing you know, I
Yep.
had to deal with people because they're like, Oh, why you let her block me out? I didn't know. I'm on a panel. Well, why you do this and why
Mm-hmm.
you do that? And then I had to go and unblock like 30, 40, 50 people because some of the mods they got in their feelings and come to find out they was blocking my guests. They was blocking this person because they didn't like them. That there alone will
Mm-hmm.
break your channel down eventually because they're gonna get in their feelings and they're gonna take their membership. They're gonna take their membership. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And
and
that's
and,
what
and,
was
and that's how
happening.
they and that's how this whole thing that's how this whole thing is, when you're dealing when you're dealing with social media. And I was so surprised that the people that used to come and just hang out with me and stuff like that just for a minute, say hi on panel. They don't even come anymore. But then I could go down the
Mm-hmm.
street and see somebody else going live and stuff, or I'll get a notification that a person's going live, and I go and I don't say anything. I just kind of sit in the back and I look and stuff. I just see, and I see the people that used to sit on my panel is now over there, but they see me in there and won't even say, "Hey, Miss Brown, you bitch, kiss my ass, you this, that." They won't even say nothing. They won't even recognize me. It's like, oh, you're nobody no more because you're not fun anymore because your channel ain't shit. You ain't shit. So we ain't
Well,
messing with you no more.
the only reason why it happened like that is because they burned your house down.
That's what they did. Basically, that's what they did. They burnt
They used your panel. They
my
used your
house
panel to
down.
burn it
Yes,
down.
they did.
Yes. Yep.
Mhm. These
But that's
YouTubers, a
crazy.
lot of these YouTubers they are now eating because they're eating off of somebody else's channel. They're eating because a lot of them, and I never understand how a lot of them come up here with bringing their personal outside problems to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be telling people about your personal business because there's going to be
Nah.
someone that's going to hold that against you. And 9 times out of 10, a lot of them, that's how they got their channel started. They didn't get their channel out of
Mm-hmm.
the mud. They didn't go out there and promote their channel. They got their channel started because of messiness. They got their channel started off of somebody else's shit,
Mm-hmm.
or they got their channel started because somebody else went live and it was a juicy story on their live, so they took it and ran with it and put it on their live and kind of sauced it up and all of that stuff. I can't tell you how
Mm-hmm.
many people, I can't tell you how many channels that I'm seeing where some of these grown women, older women, meeting up in the parks and fighting and this and that and stuff like that,
Oh, I
just
remember
to
I
get
seen
their
weed run
channel.
the street and
Yeah,
everything. I used
just
to
to get
watch
their
it. I'd be
channel.
like, dang, people
Right,
fighting like
right.
that,
Just to right. I'm gonna
going
tell you.
back and forth
I'm
and
gonna run
still
down.
going back.
I'm gonna run down the
I
list.
was
I'm gonna
like,
run down the
wow,
list for you. I'm gonna run down
that's
the list
crazy.
because I know, like that girl was like that lady. Now she came from the strip club, Queen 88. Now all of
Mm-hmm.
that stuff around Queen 88, even though I didn't know her or anything like that, but I just know that she ran a nasty channel. She ran a nasty channel because she was nasty. You know what I mean? So you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
reflect your channel. Whatever your channel reflects, that's what you are. That that's
Yeah.
that's that's what you are. You came from the strip club to YouTube, and you bought all that garbage. You bought all that garbage with you. You know what I mean? So now your channel's garbage. Her channel is
Yeah.
always gonna be garbage. There's nothing nobody can learn from it because
Yeah.
she is garbage, and I don't even know her. I don't even know her, but 9 times out of 10, I'm telling you, the way she runs her channel is probably the same way that she lives her life: messy, nasty, stinking, and ain't going nowhere but try to depend on YouTube. And I'm gonna tell you another person too is like that. I'm gonna tell you another person like that. This they call her Mink Mob. Now, Mink Mob,
Mm-hmm.
when she first started, she started doing tutorials of eyelashes, makeup, and all of that stuff. I'm pretty sure she had a good follower, but somehow somebody told her about the this Mo3 sector, and I really don't believe. I don't know why they even call it the Mo3 sector, but anyway, she brought her dog butt over here, and she seen what was going on, and then she was already messy. She was already messy as it is, so it fit right back. It just fit in with her. Since she came over to this side of the tracks, she ain't never did another eyelash tutorial. She ain't never did no wig, no makeup, no nothing. She just been nasty cruddy down these YouTube streets. And I'm telling you,
Wow.
that's how a lot of them started growing. And then somebody said that at one time that this was the Mo3 sector and all of that stuff. And you had people that was here from a long time ago that was part of the Mo3 sector that was been here and stuff. But then you had the outsiders that didn't
Mm-hmm.
even have nothing to do with the Mo3 sector, but the Mo3 sector so-called members or OGs didn't support the other OG members that was from the Mo3 sector that was trying to get their channel started. That was a little bit, they were on the low tandem pole. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But they were
Mm-hmm.
on the high end. They were on the high end because they were content creators, and they built a larger subscriber base and all of that shit. But they would not help their own kind. They would not help their own kind. You know what I mean? So right
Mm-hmm.
now, that's where we're at. That's where we have to struggle. We have to struggle out here. We have to try to build our channel and stuff, because ain't nobody helping us, ain't nobody promoting us, ain't nobody doing nothing. You know what I mean? So the only thing we got to do is just, I tell everybody, listen, just keep on going with your channel. You can't do nothing else, because the ones that used to be with you, they used to hang out with you, they just wanted something from you. You don't have nothing
Exactly.
that they want now. They done moved on, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
They done moved on. They might come once in a great blue moon. You might see them kind of floating around or whatever. Just say, "Hey, how you doing?" But they'll leave. It ain't like they're gonna be like, "Hey, drop the link, Miss Brown." But I'm telling you, when my channel was popping in, that's all I heard was, "Drop the link, drop the link, Miss
Yep.
Brown. I want to come up
Yep.
on the panel."
Everybody wanted to come up there to shoot
Everybody,
their
you
shit.
remember? Right, you remember
Everybody.
everybody. I'm
They
like,
be like, "Oh
dang.
no, we ain't gonna do nothing like that." And then soon as start popping or somebody say something, like
Yep,
it was plotted to do that.
yep.
It,
As
it
soon
was
as,
plotted to do
yep,
that.
as soon as they started arguing and calling each other names, this and that. Oh, God, y'all got to go check out Miss Brown's channel. Her shit is popping. Her shit is this. Then next, I got YouTube coming after me. I got YouTube saying, "Oh, we're gonna do this. We're gonna strike your channel because you had this on it, you had that, and all of that stuff." Then I'm telling
Yep.
you, they used to throw porn. They used to throw porn in my stuff. I'm thinking, because that was because I didn't know how to block that out. So a lot of times, I'm thinking like, "Oh, okay, this is a new person and stuff. So let this person in." Come to find out, it was porn. And I'm 9 times out of 10, Patrick, I kid you not, I'm telling you, them people were so grimy back then. I'm pretty sure the person that probably threw that porn was probably a person that was sitting right next to me on panel. Jealous,
Mm-hmm.
jealous of
Yep.
my channel, jealous of my channel, and decided to do some stuff like that. And that's how it was back then. I don't know how it is now, because YouTube kind of took me out of that. So if I want to go and try to search for different channels and stuff, I have to try to type it in and try to see, if they're live or whatever are now there's some of them are faded out. YouTube has now
Right.
faded out a lot of those channels, or a lot of them just decided not to go live anymore, or just got rid of their channel, period, and just started kind of supporting other people, but kind of stay up, behind the scenes because they already know once you get out there and start dancing with them
Mm-hmm.
with them hyenas and all of that, you're gonna get caught right back up in there. And a lot of them,
Yep.
that's what they did. That's what they wanted to do. That they wanted to get out there and dance because their channel needed some type of storyline. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what they did. They needed that storyline. And like I said, and I say it again, a lot of these channels are built off of other people's channel. It's not built off of their blood, sweat, and tears. It's not built off of them going out in their community promoting, hey, come check my YouTube channel. No. Their channel was made from messiness. Their channel was made from, oh, okay, let me see what I can get out of this. Let me see what I can get out of this channel or her channel, and I'm gonna take it back and make a whole live stream about it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and Patrick,
Because people used to play your life to
right?
be funny.
That's what they did. That's what
And
they
then you
did.
hear it, and then you hear them recording it or whatever like that towards the background when you hear you talking, and then be
Right.
like more than just you talking.
Right. And they never even said it. They just took it. They just took it. And that's
Mm-hmm.
and that's how a lot of them, like I said, a lot of these channels, they reflect they reflect the person that's running that channel. So if you messy and constantly always talking about people, 9 times out of 10 in your street, you doing the same thing that your YouTube page is. You know what I mean? And I've always said that YouTube knows exactly who to put in what. So if your channel's messy, and then the next channel's messy, and then the next channel messy, you're really not gonna go anywhere. You're not gonna go anywhere because
Mm-hmm.
what you're gonna do is YouTube is just gonna bring all those people that's messy as well. They're gonna be
Yeah.
you're gonna get all the messy people that's catered to your channel. And I
Mm-hmm.
think I said that before. YouTube ain't gonna send no doctor, no lawyer, or nothing like that to no messy page. No, because you don't deserve that. Your channel is messy like you, so you're gonna get the messiness. You're gonna get the
Mm-hmm.
doctors. You're gonna get the YouTube narcs and all that stuff. You ain't gonna get nobody positive because your channel ain't positive. I tell people, maybe if you change your channel, YouTube, if you change the way you run your channel, maybe YouTube will, maybe the algorithm will change and bring you
Mm-hmm.
positive people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
But if your
That is
channel's not
absolutely
positive,
true.
but if your channel's not positive, you're not going to be positive. So let's just kind of run through real quick, Patrick. I just want to say, off the topic and stuff. I do have one little thing I want to discuss and stuff, and I think that is really important, and that's about these crazy youths and stuff. They call it teen takeover. It's a thing called teen takeover, and what they're
Mm-hmm.
doing is they're trying to take. They're fighting in the malls. They're fighting in the park. They're fighting a lot of places. So do you think, and this is just me, and I'm gonna tell you the truth, what I think is that a lot of these parents, because these are the type of kids that they raise, and when they don't even blame the kids anymore. Go after the parents. Put the parents in jail. Maybe some of these kids will calm down if they know that, mama about to go to jail because of what you did, or daddy about to go do some time because of what you did. You know, maybe it may calm some of this stuff down with these out of control youths and stuff, because they just don't even care. It's like they be fighting, and they be fighting in the malls, they be fighting in the park, they be fighting everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been seeing that lately. Well,
Yeah.
how I feel about it is that it's all about the schooling too. So you can raise your child the right way and everything else. But when your child go to these schools and they involve with other students that probably had some scar situations in their household or anything like that, they don't really care. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it seems like the smart kids seems to follow that, ordering to be popular, because if not be popular, or if they don't do anything about it or whatever, or do things, then they'd be the one to be picked on and jumped and all that other stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
see that lately in all the schools that is around the country and around the states and everything like that. That is a big problem now, of a lot of kids bullying other kids for not doing the things that they see others doing. So if
Yeah.
they don't do it, then they get bullied for it and get tortured for it. And it's nothing that the school could really do, because all the school do now is just call and be like, oh, well, your child got into a fight. If you could come and pick up your child, or this is what happened, or your child should have came and spoke. Your child didn't come and spoke, or we knew about this like that, but we didn't know it was going to get this far. And now your child is suspended, keep getting call-ins, missing classes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, kids are going to do what kids going to do, because a lot of kids don't open up to the parents. A lot of kids don't open up to others. So
Right.
it's a very difficult situation whenever it comes to the violence of out here of kids, going out from the school and actually doing it out in public in front of a lot of people. That's going to involve more people, because people are going to be getting hurt.
Right.
So you're going to see more and more of that actually happening. But the thing is, I hope that it stopped, because I prefer for it to stop than somebody to be burying their child, or someone is getting extremely hurt that
Right.
have to be paralyzed or in the hospital for
Right.
you know
Right.
body
Right.
injuries or anything like that. Like,
Mhm.
who wanna have to deal with something like that? I seen
Right.
something on
Right.
news when you got elderly people out here, trying to enjoy themselves because it's a nice day on the park or something like that, and they getting trampled over and hit and beaten down and everything like that. And these are people that been around longer than some of us, and
Right. But you
they
know what? A
are
lot of the
seeing
youths
these
today,
things.
right. But you know what? A lot of the youths today, I think they live by their own code. I really do. I think that they live by their own code. I think that once one, and I'm gonna talk about the young girls. I think that once a young girl, when she starts feeling herself and stuff like that, first thing she
Hmm.
says to her mother, first thing she says to her mother, uh, I'm grown. I can do what I want to do, especially if she turned like 18, 19 or whatever like that. You know what I mean? But yet
Hmm.
she's still living at home under her mom's roof. Her mom is paying her cell phone bill. Her mom is, feeding her and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
the first thing something happened, she's like, "Oh, you don't tell me what to do. I'm grown." You know what I mean? But
So this
my
what I
thing is,
do. This what I do
mhm,
with my kids. If my kids fix their mouth and say that they grown, then they're gonna pay the next bill. Their phone bill will be turned off after a month if they don't pick up the bill to pay for it. And they will have to make their own food. That means they will have to provide their own food, their own snacks, and everything. Because if you're grown, that's what grown people do.
right, right. Right.
I train my
Exactly.
kids very well. I have a 19-year-old son, a 14-year-old daughter, and my youngest daughter follows after them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she see that they do good things, she try to good things. She try to follow suit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if my kids step out of the category and say that they grown, like I tell my daughter, you too smart to be so fucking dumb. And what
Mm-hmm.
I mean by that is that you could be smart just because you do poetry, just because you do art. You know, you do all these things, you know, you do different things in school and everything else like that. But the dumb decisions are weeping into the things that other kids are doing, which is the dumb part. Because now that makes you get in trouble, even though they getting in trouble, but that makes you get in trouble. So that by you getting in trouble and destroying your name,
Mm-hmm.
how can you make it in life with your art and your poetry? You too
Right.
smart to
Right.
be too fucking dumb.
Yeah. But
And
isn't
that's
that
what I
peer?
tell.
But isn't
And
that
that's what I
what's
have to
that
say.
peer pressure that some of the kids face today? It's like
Yeah.
that pressure from other kids, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But the thing is, though, how the schools look at it is that I understand it's peer pressure and everything else, but this should have been taking place this and this and this way. But you got
Yeah.
kids now that goes and they say things and it don't be taken care of right away. You got to realize a school is a school. You can be there at school, at a gym, at a locker room, you know, outside, lunch, all
Right.
these different
Right.
areas. We once was in school. I was in school.
Yeah. But you know what I
So
think too? But I'm just gonna say that. But you know what I think too is that a lot of these kids, I mean, it's not like they don't want to learn. It's just that they've probably been out of school or they've been skipping school or they just don't understand certain things. And then when they get in the classroom, and they try to learn and the teacher calls on them and they're like they're not understanding, and then they get hackles and this and that from probably the other kids say, oh my god, you can't read, or you're too stupid, or you don't know that word. So they probably get in their ways and be like, you know what, screw this. I you know I'm
but you
not
know
going to
what
go to
is that?
school anymore.
You know why is that?
Hmm.
Because there's certain programs for your kids that you could look into. And a lot of parents don't go to those school meetings.
Right.
They don't
Right.
involve themselves as a parent to some of the schools for these
Right.
meetings and events that they have after school programs and everything like that for the parents and
Right.
the
Right.
students.
And they don't.
So there's a lot of different programs out there for your student, for your child. And if you don't participate in those things, if you know where your child levels are and everything, you get the extra help. They reach out to different places and stuff like that. So if you don't get that knowledge and know what to do as a parent with your child behavior is going to be ridiculous.
Right. They're gonna be out of control. They're gonna be out of control. And they're gonna develop anger issues. They are. They're gonna
Exactly.
develop anger issues. I really believe that. Yeah, I think this is a great topic, Patrick, and
Hmm.
thank you so much for hanging out and stuff like that. But you
Oh
already
yeah.
know I'm only in here for an hour, but we definitely got to pick this back up the next time you do come back through and stuff. Um, but yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me. And hold on, because I'm gonna. It's one. So you already know I'm only in here for 1 hour, and yeah, we're gonna close out and stuff like that. And just hold on, and then you could close us out when I come back and stuff like that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to get some music, so take us up out of her.
An asshole. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. Will that make you good? You're not good. You just know how to hide, how to lie. Me, I don't have that problem. Me, I always tell the truth, even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy.
Yo, Jay, you need to stop. Yo, Jay, you need to stop. Yo, Jay, you need to stop. Yo, Jay, you need to stop, boy.
The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you.
All right, everybody. All right, that is the end of our show. I think my advisor kings, advisor queens, advisor honeys, and my advisor princess. Thank y'all. Thank you guys. And please, please, please keep tuning into my music. Please keep tuning into my music. Y'all already know my main page. Hey, I don't know what's going on with that, but it is what it is. I want to thank Patrick. Thank you so much for hanging out with your gut, and also, with that topic, we definitely got to revisit that avenue, yeah, soon, again, you know what I mean. Thank you so much, and also thank you so much for for that super kiss and everything. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. I ain't had one. Listen, y'all, I ain't had no cash app, no chime money in my channel in, like, oh my god, almost a year now. So I want to thank Patrick for hitting your girl. Thank you so much. I love you guys. And again, y'all keep tuning into my music. I'm pretty sure y'all already know what's going on with my main page, but my shorts, hey, it is what it is. This is music. It's music, and I love music, and I know it's some music lovers out there. And I'm just hoping next time I do go live, you come over and hang out with your girl. Hang out with your girl. Tell me about your channel. Tell me if your music or whatever. Hey, you can have the floor. You can, we could put together something. I could sing, you could sing, or whatever. We just have a good time. You know what I mean? Even though I say this is Friday Freaknik, I just kind of keep it like, if y'all notice, I have like the Freakniks far as, tramps, bros, hoes, trolls. That means everybody's welcome. I don't discriminate over here, so I just try to cover everybody. So I love ya. I love ya. I love ya. And please, please, please don't give up on my channel. Please don't give up on my channel. Share me out. Let everybody know, I have variety to my channel. I have live, I have music and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So please, please, please share me out. And I love you guys. Okay. All right. Until the next time, keep your notifications on because you never know when a back. She might be back. All right. I love y'all. All right. Bye.